Hi everyone, happy Friday. It's Emma again here with another sequence for you. So go ahead and grab your yoga mat, grab an open space, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start standing at the top of our mat. I'm gonna stay here for the sake of everyone seeing me. In mountain pose, so shoulders are down and away from the ears, palms are facing forward, foundation in your feet is even. So it should feel even in all four corners. We're going to close our eyes here and we're just going to begin to arrive. Focusing on your breath, taking deep inhales through the nose and exhales through the nose or mouth. Maybe even beginning to incorporate the Ujjayi breath if that's something that you like. That's constricting the back of your throat so you can make sort of an ocean noise with your breath. It's also called oceanic breath. Breathing in and out. Keeping our eyes closed, let's take a couple more moments to focus on really filling up through the belly instead of the chest. This is something that I oftentimes have to focus on at the beginning of my practice. Helps you get into the rhythm. I want you to put your hands on your belly. Eyes are still closed, shoulders are still down. Breathing in, filling up. And breathing out, letting go. Do this a couple more times at your own pace, having deep inhales through the belly. And calm exhales through the mouth or nose. You can go ahead and bring your hands back down to your side if you haven't already. When this feels complete to you, you can go ahead and flutter your eyes open. We're going to move straight into some side body stretches, really wake up the side of the body. So we're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling. We're going to interlace all of our fingers except for our pointer fingers and our thumbs. So almost like a little check mark with your hands. And you're going to take a big inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Put your weight into your left foot and then exhale, lean to the right. Putting your weight in your foot is really going to help you feel that stretch in the left side body. Just stay here for a moment. You're ready, go ahead and inhale back to center. And exhale, weight goes into the right foot, reaching towards the left side. Inhale back to center, exhale right side. Inhale back to center, exhale left side. Go ahead, inhale back to center, drop the arms. We're going to move on to some neck stretches now, so we're going to breathe out, drop our head to our chest. We're going to breathe in, trace your collarbone with your jawline until your right ear is in line with your right shoulder. When you come back down to center, you're going to exhale. And then you're going to do the same thing on the left side, inhaling until your left ear is by that left shoulder. Something I like to tell people is for vinyasa flow, for vinyasa yoga, it's actually better, in my opinion, to have your movement follow your breath instead of your breath following your movement. Go ahead and bring the neck back to neutral. I'm going to go ahead and step to the top of my mat now so you can see me. We're going to start with some stepping to the top of my mat now. We're going to inhale, reach our arms up towards the ceiling, and exhale, fold forward, bend at the knees. When you lift up halfway, make sure you breathe in, and exhale, fold again. Doing this a couple more times with the breath, inhaling to rise all the way up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up high. Exhale, lead with the heart, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. One more time. Let's reach up, rise up, reach for the ceiling, high mountain. Exhale, lead with the heart, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and from here, plant your palms at the top of your mat and step yourself back into a downward facing dog. First down dog of practice, just letting yourself sort of walk it out. Warm up those legs. You can bend both knees at the same time if you want. You can have both knees bend continuously. They don't have to be straight. Okay, your heels are reaching towards the ground. Your chest is being pulled towards the tops of your thighs. Let's all take one more breath together. And let's meet in plank. Staying strong in this plank pose, we're still activating through the legs and the arms and the core, the entire body. And we're just going to lower down slowly on a count of 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everyone. We're going to inhale, raise up for baby cobra, pressing ourselves away from the yoga mat. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, pressing away again, option to lift a little bit higher. And exhale, lowering down, making sure that you're being controlled with this movement. Inhaling one more time, lifting up a little bit higher if you'd like to. And exhale, lower all the way down. Coming into tabletop really quickly, just to sneak in some cat-cows to warm up the spine a little bit more. Gonna inhale, drop our belly, lift our head, look at the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine, drop your head. Inhale, lift your head, drop your belly. This is cow. Exhale, round your spine, drop your head. This is cat. Do this a couple more times at your own pace with your breath. Meeting back in downward facing dog. We're going to move through a couple sun salutation A's. So we inhale, look to the top of our mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, flatten that back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach up, high mountain. Exhale, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Now we're going to move through something called a flow for those of you who haven't done this before. So here you're going to plant your palms on the exhale, come into a plank. Hold for the inhale, and then on the exhale, you're going to lower down halfway or all the way. This is called a chaturanga, and then you're going to come up into upward facing dog or cobra. Okay, once again, cobra is more for flexibility, so if your legs are relaxed on the ground, then that's cobra. If your legs are flexed and your quads are off of the mat, that is up dog. Okay, make sure no matter what, your shoulders are not crouched up by your ears, but they're dialed down and back. Okay, from now on, we're just going to call this flow. Go ahead and curl your toes, lift up and back. For downward facing dog, let's do that a couple more times just to practice. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands for a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen through the core, and exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up for a high mountain. And when you exhale for a fold, play around with having a micro bend in the knees. This is something that'll be a little bit easier on your back if you're someone who has lower back pain or problems. Lift up halfway. halfway. And exhale, plant your palms, step back. Breathe in to stay here. And exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhaling, coming up into cobra or up dog. And exhale for downward facing dog. We're going to move on to sun bees now. Before we do that, let's take another breath together. Inhale through the nose. And let it go. I lied. Let's do it one more time. Inhale through the nose. And let it go. If you're someone who's lost your focus or lost your breath, now's a good time to come back to it before we start this next sequence. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands for a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward, bring your big toes to touch and your heels slightly apart. Inhale to sink the hips, bend the knees, and rise up into chair. Taking a moment to arrive in this chair and remembering that you can bring your toes up just a little bit in this pose if that feels good to you. Inhaling for length and exhaling to sink lower. We're going to inhale one more time, and when we exhale, the right hand is going to come back, left hand is going to stay forward, twisted chair. Inhale back to center. And exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, twisted chair. Inhale back to center, and exhale for a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your feet behind you for a plank pose. Inhale to stay. Exhale, take your flow. And meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, kick the right leg back. Exhale to step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise up. This is our high crescent lunge. So here, next time we exhale, we're going to bring it to goal post arms. So we're going to inhale, maybe reach back a little bit, get a little extra stretch in that quad, and exhale to bring the arms down. Inhaling back up, and exhaling to plant the palms, stepping straight back into downward dog. We're going to inhale, kick the left leg back. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise up. When you feel ready, exhale to goal post arms. Inhale, back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale to walk your feet to your hands for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sink your hips, rise up, chair pose. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale for a fold. Lift up halfway. And take your flow. Breathing out on the chaturanga and in on the cobra or up dog. Releasing back to downward facing dog on an exhale. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise, high crescent lunge. Exhale for goal post arms. Inhale, back up. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes back. Exhale to step the left foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise up. And exhale for goal post. Inhale, back up. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. From here, go ahead and move into a child's pose. So you're sitting back on your heels. Your knees can be apart or together, your choice. You have the option here to rest. I'm going to take this time to grab some water because I'm feeling pretty warmed up right now. So let's go ahead and all meet back in downward facing dog. From here, we're going to inhale, kick the right leg back. Exhale to step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise up, high crescent lunge. Listen carefully. On the exhale, arms come down by your sides and fly behind you, leaning forward to engage your core. Okay, inhaling back up. Exhaling to lean forward, starting to put a little bit more weight into that right foot. Inhale back up. Exhale, arms come behind you, tighten up in the core, weight in the right foot, floating off of the left foot at whatever height you want. This is airplane. Keep in mind, you can play with your edge and see how far forward you can tilt without falling. One more inhale and exhale. Lower down to standing splits. So right foot stays planted, left leg is raised, fingertips or palms are on the ground. Upper body is completely relaxed. So relaxing through the shoulders, the neck, even the face. Listen carefully, bending that front knee, we're going to step back into a high crescent lunge. You're going to dial your back heel down. So this is the difference between crescent lunge and warrior two. Crescent lunge has you on your back tippy toes and your toes are pointed forward. Warrior one has you completely on both feet. Foot in the back is at a diagonal. So right now my left toes are pointing towards the left front corner of my room. Bringing the bend back in the knee and shimmying that front foot out to the edge of your mat. Here we're going to find a bind behind our back so you can interlace your fingers, grab opposite elbows, and we're going to breathe in to lengthen and breathe out to hinge at the hips, bow forward in between your legs. So my right shoulder is kind of chilling out with the inside of my right leg right now. And just feel that deep stretch in your back right hamstring. When you're ready, go ahead and carefully release the bind. You can go ahead and shimmy that foot back into the middle. We're going to plant our palms, bend that front knee, step straight back into downward facing dog. From here, left leg lifts high. Go ahead and step that left foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, rise. Exhaling to dial forward. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, diving forward, engaging the core, lifting off of the back foot. Coming into airplane, making sure that you're staying open through the heart. Really try to pinch your shoulder blades together. And we're going to come back down to a standing split. Completely relaxing through the upper body. Finding the balance between the work and the relaxation. When you're ready, carefully step that back foot down. You can go ahead and come up. Whoop. Okay. Go ahead and come up. You're going to shimmy that left foot out to the corner of your mat. You're going to come down onto that back foot at a diagonal. You're going to find your bind, whether that be with your elbows or your fingers, and you're going to fold forward. Remember to breathe. Remember why you're doing this. Gently releasing the bind, shimming that foot back to the middle, finding our way back to downward facing dog. And we're going to do that 2 more times, linking breath to movement. Go ahead and inhale, kick the right leg back. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean forward, take flight, airplane. Inhale for strength. Exhale for standing splits. Inhale, lift that leg a little bit higher. Exhale, plop that foot back down. Come into your wide stance with your feet. So we're in Warrior One, finding the bind. And fold forward. This is called Humble Warrior, by the way. It's just another warrior variation. Inhaling to drop the hands, exhaling to step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, kick the left leg back. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise up. High crescent lunge. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale and exhale. One more time, reach up. And exhale, lift off with that right foot. And remember, if you fall out, it's okay. Just start over and get back in it again, no big deal. Okay, yogis fall out of these all the time. This is a pretty difficult pose as well. So you should be proud of yourselves for trying it. Exhale for standing split. Inhaling for strength in the legs. Exhale, go ahead and step that right foot back. Come up into Warrior One. Find your bind. And fold inward for Humble Warrior. When you're ready, go ahead and plant your hands, meet back in downward facing dog. We're going to do it one more time. I'm going to use even less cues. So it'll give you a chance to get into your own practice a little bit. Inhale, right leg back. High crescent lunge. And dive. High crescent lunge. And dive. High crescent lunge. Dive forward for airplane pose. Standing splits. Step it back. Warrior One legs. Find the bind. Fold forward. Humble Warrior. Find the mat with your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg kicks back. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, dive forward. Back up and forward. Back up and take flight with that foot, airplane. Standing splits. Find your warrior one stance with your legs. Rise up. Find your bind. Fold in. Humble warrior. Find the mat with your hands. And step back to downward facing dog. Go ahead and move straight into a plank from here. And we're not going to flow, we're just going to lower all the way down slowly. Go ahead and bring your arms behind you, by your side, rest a cheek on the mat. And just take a moment to appreciate how your body feels after all that work we just did. When you feel ready, go ahead and squeeze the thighs together and the feet. Pinch the shoulder blades, really snuggle them together. Lift up with the arms and legs for locust pose. Inhaling to reach higher and exhaling to stay. One more inhale, a little bit higher. And go ahead and rest the opposite cheek on the mat. Go ahead and find a comfortable way to sit on your mat. And we're actually going to come into boat pose from here. So this is for your core. You're going to sit up straight. Shoulders are going to come back and down. You're going to lift one leg, the other leg. Shins should be parallel or close to parallel with the floor. That's your goal here. If you want to, you can let go of the backs of your thighs with your hands and have them straight out, or you can have them straight up for more of a challenge. And we're just going to hold. Let's go ahead, go a little bit lower and hold. A little bit lower and hold. A little bit lower and hold. And go ahead and bring your knees in and just give yourself a big hug laying down on your mat. Knees are in your chest. Go ahead and bring your feet down to the floor. Okay, here we're going to do a little mini inversion. We're going to do a bridge. So if you want to make it more core, go ahead and just do it without anything under you. If you have a pillow around or a block like I have, you can go ahead and lift your hips up, slide it underneath your sacrum, and let it rest there. And it's just really good to have your blood flow the opposite way that it usually does. If you've put a block under your sacrum, you can go ahead and lift up, remove the block. We're going to slowly come all the way back down, bringing our knees back into our chest, giving ourselves a big hug again before we move into our last pose of this practice, which is Happy Baby. So your legs are going to come up, feet are facing the ceiling. You're going to grab the outsides of your feet. Your elbows are going to hang out on the insides of your knees. If you're lucky enough to feel sensation here, you can stay here. If you're not getting a stretch that you would like to be getting, you can try to straighten your legs and see if that makes a difference for you as well. You'll notice when I straighten my legs, my lower back comes off of the mat. If your lower back is coming off of the mat in this pose, it's probably a sign that you need to dial back. So, if your back is coming up with your hands by your feet, you can always grab your shins. taking these last couple moments to enjoy this pose, or take any other pose that you would like to do before practice ends. When this pose or this practice feels complete to you, you can go ahead and find a comfortable way to lay down for Shavasana. In this portion of practice, we take time to reflect on how our body is feeling post-practice, and it gives us a chance to just let go. So go ahead and close your eyes. Hands can be on your belly, by your sides, or above your head, wherever's comfortable. Let's just take these last couple moments to ourselves. You are free to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like, but if you feel complete, you can start to make small movements with your body until you're ready to meet me at the top of your mat seated. If you're in Shavasana, you can stay there. If you're in a seat with me at the top of your mat, go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Your body and your mind, thank you for doing yoga today, and I thank you for letting me be your teacher. Namaste.